Publishing Triangle's Leadership Award to Michele Carlsberg. After 21 years in publishing, Michele is the, as we all know, the P.T. Barnum of LGBT publishing. PT stands for Publishing Triangle. Since 1989, Michele has worn many hats, all in the service of the dear circus we call LGBT publishing. She's been a co-chair, a co-editor, a pamphleteer, a conference coordinator, a panelist, a literary executor, a literary agent, a promoter, a press consultant, an advisor, a producer, and a publicist. She was the first co-chair with Michael Dennehy of the Publishing Triangle for 2 years. She was the co-editor of To Be Continued and then of To Be Continued Take 2. She coordinated the campaign for the National Lesbian and Gay Book Month, the Feminist Bookstore Network, and the Book of the Month Club launch of the Triangle Classic Series. She coordinated, and we had a blast at them, at many outrights, at Readers and Writers Conference, at the opening of the Pat Parker Vito Luso Library at the Center here in New York. She worked to coordinate in Outspoken, the San Francisco Book Fair, the Saints and Sinners Conference, Behind the Mask, the Book Expo of America LGBT panels, the Lambda Literary Awards, Fire and Ink, Olivia Book Expo, the Lesbian Herstory Archive events. She's worked with Estrella and with the International Feminist Bookstore in Melbourne, and events in Canada and the UK, and she has worked with many international publishers. She is also, and the publishers are Bywater Books, Spinfex Press, Second Story, Bruno Gunder, and the Creation Books, and she hates to fly. She oversaw the memorials for Audre Lorde, Melvin Dixon, Stan Leventhal, and Soto Saint. She was the publisher of Amethyst Press and brought out the books by Dennis Cooper, Kevin Killian, Bo Houston, Patrick Moore, Mark Amin, and Stan Leventhal. She's been done press and promotion work for Jennifer Levin, Felice Picano, Judy Grahn, Esther Newton, Lucy Ann, Jane Bledsoe, Sarah Schulman, Marty Duberman, Christopher Bram, Perry Brass, Sapphire, Joan Nestle, Michael Lassell, Minnie Bruce Pratt, and Urvashi Bad, my dear partner of 22 years. Oh my God, I never had 2 people writing a book in the same house. It's like constant menopause. But when Michele did the publicity for Urvashi's book, Virtual Equality, when I had a second book come out, Urvashi said, "Get Michele. Get Michele. Just get Michele." So finally, I did get Michele. And so since 2006, I have had the pleasure of working for Michele Carlsberg. And with me, she's taken on a new hat. Not only has she done press and promo for a writer, but she's also done press and promo for a stand-up comic. And let me tell you, she did the press for my 25th anniversary tour, and the sleepy network of performance producers and publicists did not know what hit them. She is savvy, street smart, and unafraid to learn new things and new technologies, although, as she says, I don't write code. She recently co-produced me with Willie Tomlin at the St. George Theater in Staten Island, and it was a great triumph. She is a great daughter. She is an amazing aunt. If you call her on Fridays, you will hear Danielle, who's 2 years old, asking for Cheerios. Her niece, Megan, is training and has Michele as a mentor to be in promotion and publicity. She's a great friend. Her posse, who is here tonight, helps her with the impossible. She takes her fun very seriously. We've all learned that at many of the conferences we've been at with her. She loves football and Baccarat, and she loves Vicky. We all have our Michele stories. My story involves my second book, which is called What the L? And my publishers, as they often do, wanted a small tagline underneath. Why? I don't know. But they wanted that little explanatory line under What the L? And I called called Michele and I said, Michele, I've talked to them and they need to have it. And she said, I'll take care of it. And she went and she had a meeting with my publishers, and at the meeting she said to them, if I said to you, what the fuck, do you need an explanation? It's with great pride. Award to Michele Carlsberg, the Publishing and Triangle Leadership Award.
Snapshot, and now I'm her publicist. I'm a lucky gal. The only way to explain how I feel right now is a cross between Cuba Gooding Jr. and Roberto Benigni when their excitement when they won their Oscar, and of course Adrian Brody's actions. So is Halle Berry in the house? Okay, you can add a backflip. If I can do one, I definitely do it. Since my childhood, I've rehearsed accepting an Oscar, but never a leadership award. And in writing this acceptance speech, I did realize one thing. I need a Wikipedia page. Since I don't have one, I pulled out from storage those archive bins filled with career info, so I could remember exactly what brought me to where I am today. I dove into 21 years of good times, amazing events, and progress within the GLBT literary community, and realized I can actually say I have never had a bad day at work. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Publishing Triangle for this honor. The Triangle has been an integral part of my career. I have fostered strong personal and professional bonds within this organization. I can remember it as if it was only yesterday, sitting around conference room tables with some incredible literary peers. David Groff, Malika Baldi, Roz Parr, Trent Duffy, Michael Denny, Harry Brass, Robert Rieger, Carol Rosenfeld, Chris Bram, and many others. To this day, they all stand by my side, and I am grateful for this. In 1989, at 24 years old, I knew nothing about the gay and lesbian GLBT publishing world. Nothing. You said books, I said Danielle Steel. As a production coordinator for 110 adult sophisticated magazines, I worked with an editor named Stan Leventhal. Stan had many literary dreams, and I was lucky enough for him to include me on his journeys. When I first met Stan, we discussed books, and he realized I had some things to learn, so he took me under his wing. It took only one day before he handed me a list of suggested reading. Along with that list, he handed me a copy of Faulkner's As I Lay Dying. His inscription read, "To Michele, bon voyage, love Stan." My publishing knowledge was a minute-by-minute education provided by Stan, along with such greats, but not limited to, Nancy Barriano, Richard Labonte, Barbara Greer, Carol C.J., Sasha Allison. My relationship with writers I work with goes far beyond contractual. At times I am a therapist, a friend, a confidant. Being a writer means something unique to each and every one of us. I believe they save lives, they preserve history, they educate, and have the constant devotion to their craft and a willingness to keep learning. I am dedicated to writers because of that. In the 90s, we lost many GLBT writers, and I feel one of my responsibilities is to continue to keep their words and voices alive. As a publicist, I get to convey my personal messages to a larger forum through writers. I campaigns into something that sings. Their books give us the gift of close, undivided attention. Within all of us is the potential to lead, some less, some more. As some say, the leadership instinct you're born with is the backbone. You develop the funny bone and the wishbone that go with it. Dr. Nancy Huber states in Leading from Within, purpose and passion go hand in hand. To be an effective leader, you must first care. When you care deeply, you have a passion that is more than just a spark that gets you started. It is the fire inside you that will sustain you. It is a commitment so compelling that your whole self, body, mind, and spirit are engaged. Passion is not the same as the single-minded determination to get what you want or to create the changes you think should be made. Rather, passion for a higher purpose is characterized by an openness to possibilities and the innate belief that people want to work together to create the best imaginable. I have a purpose. I surely have a passion for helping others out, a passion for creating change in a positive fashion, a passion for visibility, a passion for getting rid of racism, classism, and sexism, a passion for saving lives. Bottom line, a passion for community. For me, community is what it's all about. I like to focus on the experience of the community rather than its structure, formation, setting, or other features. My community, whether it is my biological family or my chosen families, is what matters to me most. The GLBT literary world taught me about community and how to move forward into the future. Before I entered in the grassroots movement of GLBT literature, there were many before me that created an onward and upward path. I always say I entered in the first wave of publishing GLBT books, but it was more like the second wave, and I'm happy to say I'm still standing as we move forward into the third wave. I thank those that have led before me and still continue to do so. In a community, it's all about teamwork. Teamwork equals progress. Progress equals success. Each of us at some point in our lives needs a helping hand. Advocates who believe in us. I have many, and I am grateful. My posse, many are here this evening, consists of family, old friends and new, and my exes. With this leader stands my posse. Without them, nothing is possible. Together we have celebrated many successes. They always have my back, and that means the world to me. My mother Margaret and my baby sister Heather are here this evening, both who just can't wait for the next exciting venture my life as a publicist brings. Come on, who else can say that your mom went to tea dance with you or sat at that L-word panel with you? Or whose sister borrows their car with a rainbow sticker on it and gets picked up more than I've ever been. I thank them both for their support, whether it means picking up supplies at Staples, hanging posters, or just simply being there for me. Also here is my best friend of many years, Ernestine Lanigan. Our story is one I'm sure no one has written about. The lesbian who befriends the high school physical education teacher. It was an instant friendship, and one that you just knew would last a lifetime. I say exes, and it's no joke. My first love, my first gal is here, Valerie Segaria. And the truth is, with these two relationships are the words, just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Well, that sums it up. And I thank you both for all that you do. Vicki Werner, my gal. Can't say wife, honey, I'm not, it's a problem. She stands beside this gal, and she rocks my world to great heights. Vicki's constant love and support, and slaps to the back of my head, keep me in line. Thank you for supporting me through it all. So in closing, my community, these relationships,